When the sun set on September 13th, painting the Middle Eastern sky a deep red, the skies above Yemen's capital, Sanaa, roared with the precision and boldness of a daring military operation. The Israel Defense Forces IDF launched an unprecedented airstrike targeting the core of the Iran-backed Houthi leadership. This was not merely an attack on infrastructure, but a direct strike aimed at eliminating key figures, including Houthi Prime Minister Ahmed al-Rahawi, as well as several high-ranking military and political commanders. The IDF described this operation as complex, marking the culmination of years of escalating regional tensions and Israel's confrontation with the Iran-led axis of resistance. The story of this mission is not just about destruction, but about unparalleled intelligence, meticulous planning, precise coordination, and the courage of those who executed it, striking an enemy thousands of kilometers away, entrenched in a heavily fortified stronghold. Comment with the number 1 if you support Israel's efforts to eliminate the Houthi terrorist group. In the weeks leading up to September 13th, a tense atmosphere enveloped the IDF's secret command centers in Israel. Supported by elite units such as Mossad and the Amman Military Intelligence Agency, Israeli intelligence uncovered critical information. A high-level meeting of Houthi leaders was scheduled to take place in Sanaa to view a pre-recorded speech by Supreme Leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi. This presented a golden opportunity for the IDF to deliver a decisive blow, not only to weaken the Houthi leadership, but also to send a clear message to Iran and its allies. Preparations began with real-time intelligence gathering. Israel's OFEQ-11 reconnaissance satellites, with an imaging resolution of less than half a meter, continuously scanned Sanaa to identify potential targets. Meanwhile, IAI Heron unmanned aerial vehicles equipped with infrared sensors and synthetic aperture radar conducted high-altitude surveillance beyond the reach of Houthi anti-aircraft defenses. The imagery revealed a compound in central Sanaa where Houthi leaders frequently gathered. Human intelligence known as HUMINT played a key role, with local sources, possibly Houthi dissidents or infiltrated agents, providing precise details about the timing and location of the meeting. Based on this intelligence, the IDF designated Prime Minister Ahmed al-Rahawi, a symbolic but crucial figure in the Houthi government, as the primary target alongside Defense Minister Mohammed Nasser al-Attafi and Chief of Staff Mohammed al-Gamari. Al-Attafi, with close ties to Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps and Hezbollah, was a key strategic target due to his control over Houthi military forces and his role as a liaison with Iranian advisors in Yemen. To carry out the attack, the IDF deployed a squadron of 5th-generation F-35I Adirs stealth fighters equipped with the AN/APG-81 AESA radar and advanced electronic warfare systems. Each F-35I could carry 8 160 kilograms of weaponry, including GBU-31 JDM precision-guided bombs with 900 kilogram warheads guided by GPS and inertial navigation for accuracy within 5 meters. Additionally, AGM-158 JASSM air-to-ground missiles with a range of 370 kilometers and low-altitude flight to evade radars were prepared as a backup. Boeing 707 Ream tanker aircraft ensured the F-35I squadron could cover the 1,800 kilometers from Israel to Yemen without landing. The greatest challenge was the Houthi air defense network, bolstered by Iranian technology. The Houthis operated systems such as the SA-6 Gainful, with a range of 24 kilometers and a ceiling of 14,000 meters, and mobile Iranian systems like the 3rd Cordad, capable of detecting and engaging targets at 75 kilometers. To counter this, the IDF deployed IAI Harop kamikaze drones designed to destroy enemy radars in the EL-M2084 MMR electronic warfare system to jam and blind Houthi defenses. The plan was executed with near-perfect precision. The F-35I fighters would fly at low altitude, using Yemen's rugged terrain to avoid radar detection, while drones and electronic warfare systems neutralized the Houthi air defense network. At 6:00 p.m. local time on August 28th, a squadron of 12 F-35I fighters took off from Nevatim Air Base in Israel's Negev Desert. Each carried 2 GBU-31 JDAM bombs and 4 JASSM missiles, sufficient to cause catastrophic damage. 2 Boeing 707 Ream tankers escorted the squadron, flying at 12,000 meters over the Red Sea, beyond the reach of Houthi defenses. Simultaneously, 3 IAI Harop drones launched from an Israeli Navy vessel in the Red Sea targeted Houthi radar sites on the outskirts of Sanaa. The 1-800-kilometer journey took over 2 hours with the F-35I pilots maintaining stealth by flying at 150 meters, using the rugged terrain of the Arabian Peninsula to mask radar signatures. Onboard electronic warfare systems continuously jam frequencies, disrupting detection by SA-6 and third cordad radars. Meanwhile, the Harop drones cleared the way, each carrying a 23-kilo explosive warhead, crashing into Houthi radar stations west of Sanaa. 2 radar sites were destroyed in brilliant explosions, crippling the Houthi air defense network and creating a safe corridor for the F-35I squadron. Upon entering Yemeni airspace, the pilots received real-time updates from an ETAM Gulfstream G5 diesel reconnaissance aircraft equipped with the ELW-2DO-85 radar flying at 15,000 meters over the Red Sea. It provided detailed imagery of the target, a 3-story compound in central Sanaa, where over 20 Houthi leaders, including al-Rahawi, al-Attafi, and al-Gamari, were gathered. Intelligence confirmed they were in a large meeting room protected by Houthi units and Iranian mercenaries. At 8:15 p.m. local time, as darkness enveloped Sanaa, the F-35I squadron split into 3 groups of 4, approaching from the east, west, and north to confuse remaining Houthi defenses. The eastern group, led by Major Avraham, flew at 100 meters, skimming low hills to evade radars. The western group, commanded by Captain Miriam Levy, used JASSM missiles to strike secondary anti-aircraft positions, while the northern group, led by Major Etan Barak, prepared to drop GBU-31 bombs directly on the compound. Despite their weakened state, Houthi air defenses responded. An SA-6 battery south of Sanaa detected the western group and launched 2 surface-to-air missiles. The F-35I's electronic warfare systems activated, emitting jamming signals that diverted the missiles, which exploded harmlessly 10 kilometers away in the desert. Meanwhile, the final Harop drone destroyed the SA-6 battery in a massive explosion, allowing the western group to advance. At 8:22 p.m., the northern group, led by Major Barak, received the order to strike. 4 GBU-31 JDAM bombs were released from 200 meters each, programmed to hit precise coordinates of the compound with a 3-meter margin of error. Guided by GPS and inertial sensors, the bombs followed parabolic arcs, slicing through the night and striking the compound. The first explosion shook the ground, destroying the top floor where the Houthi leaders were located. The second, seconds later, demolished the middle level, collapsing the structure. The remaining 2 bombs targeted the compound's exits, preventing any escape. Simultaneously, the eastern group launched 4 JASSM missiles from 50 kilometers, targeting armored vehicles and guards outside the compound. Flying at 30 meters to avoid radars, the missiles struck with near-perfect accuracy, destroying 3 armored vehicles and a small weapons depot. The western group, after neutralizing air defenses, dropped 2 additional GBU-31 bombs on a nearby building identified as a Houthi communications center. The entire attack lasted less than 5 minutes. When the dust settled, the central compound was reduced to rubble. Witnesses in Sanaa reported hearing deafening explosions, seeing blinding flashes, and observing smoke rising hundreds of meters. Houthi forces, caught off guard and disoriented, were unable to respond before the F-35I squadron withdrew, returning to the Red Sea to refuel and head back to Israel. Following the attack, the IDF confirmed the death of Prime Minister Ahmed al-Rahawi and several high-ranking military and political officers. Sources via the Saba news agency acknowledged al-Rahawi's death, but did not provide a complete list of casualties. Preliminary reports from Channel 12 suggested that the entire Houthi cabinet, possibly 12 ministers, was eliminated, though this awaits official confirmation. The fate of Defense Minister Mohammed Nasser al-Attafi remains unclear, with the IDF still verifying. The Houthis quickly appointed Mohammed Mofta as interim prime minister, signaling efforts to maintain internal stability. However, the deaths of al-Rahawi and other key figures dealt a severe blow to the group's image and credibility, especially amid their ongoing attacks on Israel and Red Sea maritime routes. Supreme Leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi, absent during the attack, remains the group's central power, but the loss of key figures could hinder coordination and command in the short term. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz called the attack an unprecedented blow and warned it was only the beginning of actions against the Houthis and their Iranian allies. The IDF reported no aircraft losses, with the F-35I squadron returning safely. However, the attack heightened regional tensions, with the Houthis vowing retaliation and continued attacks on Israel. The airstrike in Sanaa was not only a military triumph for Israel, but also a testament to the IDF's intelligence and long-range precision strike capabilities. Eliminating Houthi leaders sent a powerful message to Iran and its allies: no target is beyond Israel's reach. However, with Abdul Malik al-Houthi still alive and the Houthis maintaining military operations, the long-term impact of the attack remains uncertain. The cost of this operation is measured not only in bombs and missiles, but in the risk of regional escalation. Houthi retaliatory attacks, potentially targeting Red Sea commercial vessels or Israeli cities, could prolong the cycle of violence. Israel's broader campaign against Iran-backed groups could provoke direct intervention from Tehran, raising the risk of a wider conflict. When the last lights went out in Sanaa on August 28th, what remained was rubble, and a clear message: in this conflict, neither side is willing to yield. For the IDF, it was a tactical triumph, but for the Middle East, it marked a new chapter in a long saga of conflict and retaliation. Don't forget to comment with the number 1 if you support Israel's fight against the Houthi terrorist group. Yeah,